All right, welcome to Pityard SX, the classic. Well, and now it's going to be a classic track in Slanch's backyard. Only raced this one once before, probably like a little over half a year ago at this point or so, something like that, with Gooses. But the Spicer to end off the night here, little experiment that we wanted to do for a bit, and we're sending on it here. Oh yeah, Hog SX. We're sending it here to determine the winner on our Arena Cross Action Sunday here. I mean, in the Hogs, I feel like this is AX. Like, it's not that long. It's justifiable. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited about this. Obviously, this one's not like super catered to the Hogs, but I still think it's doable. And I'm excited to see like how these feel and like how they run when we figure it out and make some tracks probably easier to do nationals, but like even supercross tracks too, styled to the Hogs with like a little bit more room. You know, you could probably go like 2 wide on this. Like if we could get one where you could go like 3 or 4 wide and it like works well, it's pretty exciting. I think it could be pretty awesome. But let's go through the lineup here. We got Opix, Luke, Armada, Fireball, Detail, Slanch, Real Deal, Soul, and Camby. And let's go. We're going to have a 20-lap race here. And again, this is going to be our first Hog Supercross race ever. Nade out. And we're green. Who's going to get the whole shot? I don't think the inside line is able to move. Oh, and a massive crash already. Luke and Armada going down hard on that one. Oh, I think that might have been Opix there. Almost losing it. Slanch has the lead. I don't know if he got the whole shot, but we'll just say he did. He's gonna have the lead early on. We'll just count it. Oh, big send. The mid pack right there. That was Camby. Driver having issues to the inside. That's Soul. I think it's Slanch and Detail out to the front early. Definitely could be. Oh no, more issues. Definitely could be 2 of the contenders at this point. Oh no, too far to the inside. Big slam there. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. These are fun. These are fun. A lot of drivers, I think, still, even with the practice, I think still just like trying to get a feel for these things, and we're gonna see a lot of mistakes. I mean, that being said, it also is difficult. Like, this track is not super technical, or seemingly super technical, but run it with the Hogs, and some of these sections get kind of weird. Oh, that was a chow. Nice 2-wide action in the backpack right there too. A couple battles through the whoops here. Be an inside send out of Soul, not quite. Honestly, great battle in the back. Slanch having a good start, getting away from Detail a bit here early on. Detail's still holding pretty strong. He's got a good gap there. That's to Camby. But yeah, it doesn't look tough, but it's pretty tough, and you got to get a feel for it. You need the throttle control, very, very important on these. And I hope Soul might actually make a pass on Camby there. I hope when we actually do like a scaled Hog SX track, I hope it remains that way. And like make it so that, not every jump has to be like a straight up clean landing, make you work for it a little bit, get the feeling down for it. Like how this track feels, where you kind of have to run some laps and get in a groove on this, which is something that in a lot of like Supercross on Halo, that's tough. Big incident here, Soul and Camby. Soul's gonna lose a lot. How are you gonna recover? Soul trying to do it backwards. Oh my goodness. I mean, I understand why. That was a tough spot to get out of, but man, that is unfortunate. That is definitely a way of going about that. But yeah, Slanch still a great gap, and that's gonna make the gap. Detail to third is so big at this moment, so Slanch and Detail, let some big cheeses happen. Looks like they're running away with this one, but I don't think this podium fight is over yet by any means. Camby onto it right now, Luke behind him, and many drivers that could have some speed behind them as well. Camby going rogue around the outside, holding onto it. Yeah, the backpack's pretty lit right now, actually. These guys are all really close. Oh no, hold on to it. I think that was Fireball there. Not able to hang on to it on that one. But yeah, I hope it's like that because, again, most of the throttle control stuff we did was like Halo 5 stuff, where we experimented with it. This might be the move for third here. No, not quite yet. But a lot of it was H5, and I really enjoy when you have to get a feel for that groove in the Supercross action. I think that's going to be kind of just like... It's just going to have to be a thing in the Hogs. Like, I feel like it naturally... these just kind of lend themselves to it. Plenty of issues back here. It's Armada getting passed up, having an incident on that one. Soul going to the back. Having a rough few laps. But yeah, still great battling in the mid-pack so far. And also it fits because like the Hogs are kind of like that on the GPs and like the rally crosses too. Especially the GPs, there's a lot of turns that are like that where you kind of need to know what you're doing with the throttle, and I think it'd be pretty cool if Hog SX was the same way. But it'll be interesting to see what people do with it. Because on this track, like as long as you're not trying to throttle control too hard, like you should pretty easily be making every jump. Like if anything, you're over clearing. So it'll be interesting if somebody makes one where, you know, casing while like full gassing is like actually a risk, because that's can be with the mistake right there. That's probably gonna be the move for Luke to get into third there. But yeah, it'll be interesting if that happens. Because again, that's just not really a thing. Like I know it's hard to tell from watching, but definitely from racing you'd be able to tell. It's not really a thing. Like you can, even on the inside, like you're pretty easily making every jump on here if you're full gassing. So I'd be curious to see what jumps would look like on a Hog SX where that's actually a risk. Casing's actually a risk. See what that'd feel like. You'd probably have to have some super floaty jumps. Oh, and Luke makes a mistake on the outside right there. Camby's going to get him back. That podium battle's been raging the whole race. Between them, they've been going at least for like 5 or 6 laps now. They've been going at it for a while. Oh, Slaunch working some lap traffic action, but he just has a great gap right now. He's going to need more of that for Detail to catch up, and it's going to be tough in the points, but we'll have to see. But we got to think, you know, Slaunch, if it stays the way it is, it's going to be a 7-1-1. But for Detail, it would be a 1-3-2, which you think would be better, but we'd have to double check on that one. It does get a little confusing with Slaunch getting the win points. But yeah, we might have a battle, and Camby and Luke making some mistakes right there, and now Real Deal with that clean air is finally going to pay off, and he's getting behind them, and we might see a 3-way battle here for third. Camby, Luke, and Real Deal. Oh, what the hell is going on over there? What is going on? What in the cheese was that? Slaunch working the lap traffic. That's Detail right there. So Detail definitely, I think, made some gains there. But look at this. Now he's got a whole pack of 3 Hogs to get by for lap traffic. So the gap will probably end up stretching out again for Slaunch. I mean, this is going to be tough. Oh, man. Drivers having... I think Camby... Yeah, Camby must have cheesed. So Camby having some issues, and I think lost a lot there. Detail lapping Armada. Where is... Oh, these guys must be over here. So yeah, something must have happened to Camby pretty bad. Fell back a lot, so now it looks like it's going to be Luke and Real Deal 3-4. And that might be the battle for podium now. Unfortunate. Camby was having a pretty good run. Honestly, Camby could have had a really good night. But a few unlucky things happening in the second 2 races. Had a great long-short performance, though. Oh, look at the runs that those guys had in the whoops, and not going to work out for Armada there at the end. But yeah, you could design sections like that, too, where, you know, I feel like it almost feel like Hogtona, where you get that run and you're just freaking flying, and just a well-made Hog National and Supercross in this game, I feel like would just feel awesome. And that is Detail with the rough bump right there, so that's going to cost him some time. Slaunch looking pretty good for the 1, and honestly, Detail's still looking pretty good for the 2. That's Luke there in third, that's Detail there in second, so it's closed a bit, but I mean, it's still a pretty good gap. Top 2 are looking pretty strong to finish where they are. Could still see that podium battle. Real Deal's not out of it behind Luke's. Decent gap, but not out of it. And then throughout the rest of the field, I think throughout the lap traffic, we probably have some battles as well. But I'm honestly not surprised that, you know, like maybe the battle cheese isn't as intense in this one compared to the other races that we've had tonight, because this is such an experiment. Like this, just with a 5-minute practice, other than that, this is like the first time, well, first time we're doing it, so first time any of these guys are running a Hog Supercross. And this is the fun stuff that we're, not necessarily every night, but a lot of the nights for these Sunday races that we're going to try to do is stuff like this. Stuff that, people haven't done before or haven't done for a while. And experiment with stuff like that. So definitely expect more things like this. Again, not going to be every single time, but definitely expect more things like this in these Sunday events. See some new stuff. See some things you haven't seen before. Make things interesting. There's Slaunch right there, and he's going on to 5 to go here. So 5 more laps. Slaunch has got to do cleanly around his backyard to take another win. That'd be a strong finish for him. That'd be 2 moto wins to end the night, and that'd be also, his first 2 on the year. So Slaunch multiple second places. He's had quite a few second places. He's already gotten 2 second places at least in the Hog series that we run on Fridays. Doing decent in the points there, but hasn't been able to stay on the top step. But he was able to make that happen at Amsoil last race, and might be able to make it happen here again. We'll have to see how that overall battle ends up finishing too. But as far as the for the motos goes, I think he'd be pretty happy with taking 2 motos here. Getting back on the board in 2023. And we're going to 4 to go now. Let's see what the closest battle we have on track. This is Luke trying to get by Armada lap traffic wise. So, funnily enough, it kind of is a battle, but it's also lap cheese. You see, look at this run that outside gets. It's incredible. It was almost like too much of a run for Armada. Oh, gets tight off the exit of the corner. So eventually Luke could get by him there. Real Deal's still trying to track him down. 3 to go. And this is your leader here. And that is second place right there. There. I know it can be hard to tell with these sometimes. And that... Oh, it actually got pretty close. I didn't realize it got this close. That's 3rd, 4th right there. So it got relatively close. Maybe things could have got pretty spicy if this was a long one. But that's another thing, too. I liked the short races for tonight. But with these Hog races, we got to have, the legit moto length. I'd like to hear the thoughts on that in the chat. I feel like for these Hog Supercross and National races, got to have the legit moto length for these. That would make these insane. Also helps with the groove on these too, and that feeling. Probably get into that a little bit more the longer races. All right, so not quite white flag yet, but we're getting there. Making another blue flag pass happen though. Oh, issues at the finish. Real Deal's putting in some heaters, though. It's getting close for 3rd place, so that could be pretty tight at the end, too. But not a whole lot of time left. Close out our Arena Cross Action Sunday, which might... it's the first one of these, but could go down as a favorite on the year, honestly. Especially those first 2 races were pretty insane. And this one, while not as crazy, battle-wise, this one to participate in was really fun. Oh, my bad. We actually were on white flag. All right, my bad on that one. Slaunch takes it. See the rest of them come across the line. Detail second, and it does get really close. Real Deal was putting it in at the end, but not going to be able to take it. Luke will take 3rd. Real Deal 4th. Got very close between them at the end. Armada, lap down. Oh, my God. Struggling to the end, unfortunate. And Camby... Just great run, and something it must have happened when we weren't looking at him, but something must have happened that put him way behind, because Camby was running pretty well, but still going to take a top 5. I think Opic's taking 6th, his best finish on the night here. Soul 7th, Fireball 8th. Then Armada will be coming around in 9th as well. So yeah, pretty fun night. Good start to the Sunday Cheese. Liking what we're cooking up so far this year. But Armada crosses the line there, and again, congrats to Slaunch on this one. It's going to be 2 moto wins in a row for him to close out the night. Detail will take 2nd. Luke will take 3rd in this one. And for our Arena Cross Action Sunday, so the whole thing, rounding it up, it's going to be Detail taking the tournament with 46 points. Slaunch, super close, mounting a big charge at the end, 44 points for him. That win was important, though, for him to take second away from Real Deal, because Real Deal was really consistent. So Real Deal taking third with 43, Luke fourth with 39, Camby fifth with 35, Opix sixth with 20, or sorry, Fireball 6th with 34, Soul 7th with 32, Opix 8th with 28, and Armada 9th with 26. So that's going to be the whole finishing order with the points on the entire night. But again, so podium for this tourney will be Detail, Slaunch, and Real Deal. So he takes the win on the night, Slaunch taking the win on the moto there, Real Deal over there taking the podium spot on the night. So yeah, it was pretty fun Sunday. Definitely looking forward to more stuff like this, because pretty fun. We got some really good races. Those first 2 races were great, and it's going to be nice to have something like this to keep variety and be kind of flexible too. That's another nice part of it is, you know, if we want to switch things around, or if something comes up, have a particular idea, have a particular you know, track or something new that comes out, want to test it out. It's like perfect grounds for it, so that makes it fun too. But I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did, because lobby-wise, racing it was pretty fun. And see you guys in the next one. The next one's going to be, I'll give a little preview for it. The next one's going to be the Halo 4 World of Outlaw night. So we got one, I hope to, if I can find the other one, tracks lined up for that now. Although I might try to do a little remake action for that, especially for that one. So we'll see. So don't want to miss that one, Halo 4 Woo night. We'll figure out exactly what we're doing with that. But that one should be pretty fun, because we'll, you know, take a look at some of those old tracks and get to do some Halo 4 World of Outlaw for the first time in a while, because we got that Halo 2 anniversary Woo action in last year, and that was a lot of people's like favorite thing throughout the year. So want to showcase the Halo 4 a little bit for it'll be a fun throwback for the people that did do it, and I think it'll be cool for people that didn't get to do it to find out, you know, what the Halo 4 World of Outlaw feels like, and you know, how different it is than the Halo 2 one, because they're pretty similar but a little different, but they're both pretty fun. So that's what you have to look forward to next Sunday. So not every Sunday is going to have action, but next Sunday will. It'll be that Woo night. And then coming up on Friday, probably a day or two after this video is posted, I don't know when it's going to get posted, but we'll have Monza, 3rd round already coming up for Firestone Firehawks. Hope you guys enjoyed the night, and see you in the next races.